I woke up that Tuesday morning, opened my eyes, and found myself trapped between the four white walls. I could feel the cold breeze of air lingering around the room, causing my body to shudder. I could see the sunlight through the window. Nevertheless, as much as I wanted to stay in this cozy and warm bed, I knew today I had an important lecture with my professor. It has been 4 years now since I arrived in Japan, and this is going to be my final year studying overseas. I could finally go back to Australia. I still remember it was a breezy morning of March in Japan, and the walkways were coated with cherry blossoms, with its petal flying across the sky into people's veranda, sending them messages of happiness. It was a cherry blossom season. Every family would be sitting under a cherry blossom tree, having a picnic, laughing, and would be smiling to each other. But while others were happy, I felt sadness embracing my body and isolated as my family was not there with me. I lazily rose up from my bed. I felt the coldness from the old wooden floor touching my feet and spreading through my body. The birds were chirping outside. The sun was shining brightly. I could feel that it was going to be a good day. I remembered on that day I was wearing a long white dress embroidered with flowers and a black shoulder bag with my old white sneaker Converse that was barely wearable. I walked out of my dorm and towards my university. As I waited for the pedestrian lights to turn green, I could see the big building where I completed my education for the last 4 years ahead of me. I walked quickly across the four-way intersection and decided to stop and grab a cappuccino at a small cafe near my university, owned by a lovely old woman whose husband passed away from a car accident last year. As I arrived in my classroom and seated myself at a seat far left in the corner, which I chose for my permanent seat, I felt excited by the thought of traveling back to Australia and visiting my family at the end of this year. I listened to my professor teach science for 2 hours, which felt like an eternity. Moreover, I was bored out by his monotone voice. Luckily, the bell rang for lunch, and I found myself standing up, packing my laptop and booklets into my shoulder bag and exiting the classroom. I walked swiftly through the hallway, exited the university, and searched for a cafe where I could have my lunch in peace and serenity. Right around the corner was the perfect cafe called Boba that looked very calm and inviting. I went in and started searching for the perfect spot to place myself, and I found a spot right near the window. Soon after I sat, I brought out my lunch box from my shoulder bag. It was a simple sandwich with pieces of fruits as a side. I remembered I was midway through my lunch when he came and asked me, "Would you like to order something, miss?" He looked so charming with his perfect features that I could not resist to decline his offer. "A caramel latte with a blueberry muffin, please," I replied. It was that day the man with perfect features became friends with me. It was that day I came to know his name was Michael, the owner of the Boba Cafe. The memories of that day were crystal clear. Michael came back with my blueberry muffin and caramel latte, which he made specially for me, taking his time to delicately draw a heart shape on top of the cup. We exchanged a small smile when he placed the tray on my table and left. As he went, from the corner of my eye, I could see him glancing back at me. I took my time eating my lunch and sipping on my hot latte that tasted as sweet as honey. Something about this guy made me drawn to him. Was it his aura, his physique, how handsome he is, his delicacy, or his care and attention when he was making my coffee? Maybe a little bit of everything was pulling my attention towards him.